Your favorite fat boys.
Man, what it's like, bitch.
What's up, everybody? It's your favorite fat boy, Jarron.
Stefan, aka Mayhem, aka the voice of a generation, aka that special feature on that favorite song of yours that you had 10 years ago.
What's your feature price?
You know, it depends on the song. If it's a trash song, I only charge you $50.
50? You gotta get the rackies.
That's only if the song sounds like it might be good.
Man, you lowballing yourself. $50?
Hey! If you're a trash artist, you ain't got a lot of money.
You don't know that? They might be in the field.
You might be right. I do lowball myself.
Yeah, you need to get the rackies, like at least $2,000.
I'm gonna work on it.
Yeah, we gotta get this feature price up, and I want 10% because I'm your manager.
Oh, this is just self-proclaimed. That's how we do it.
That's how it's always been done.
That's how all my managers have done it.
So, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of your favorite Fat Boy podcast. And let's see what news we got today. Oh, I'm finally officially listed on the transplant list. Hey, finally, officially listed. You can join anytime you want on the transplant list.
I mean, if the chant was better. You didn't work on that one.
No, that was very spontaneous. I just came up with that.
Yep, I could tell.
So it wasn't good?
No, that was terrible.
I thought you were going to join in with me too.
If it was better, yeah.
Okay, but I am officially listed as of August 9th. I'm officially listed on the transplant list as a dual recipient for heart and kidney. 4 years later, they said for the kid one time.
Yay!
So last time we talked about it was when I got approved to be on the list. Now I'm officially listed. So now the fun begins, where I get to wait for unknown amount of time.
Yep.
Because I am O positive.
You have a rare blood type.
Mm-hmm. So this is the game plan. This is what the doctor told me Thursday. Was I'm stable right now. I'm at stage 5 on the list. If I get sicker, to come to the hospital, we'll come to the University of Maryland. Instead of me getting on the LVAC, yeah, I think it's the LVAC. It's the IV device that pumps the IV pumps directly into your heart to keep your heart functioning. If you're on that, you only have a year expectancy to live. But few people go beyond a year, but they are still in a very sick position. So he said that if I did that, that would bump me up to stage 3, but I'd still be waiting. They said that if I get sick, that when I come to University of Maryland, they're going to push to put like the balloon catheter in my chest to where it helps my heart pump.
Mm-hmm.
And that will put me in stage 2, and then I will receive my transplant within a few weeks to maybe a month or more. So the game plan now is still to stay as stable as possible, stay out the hospital. But if I get sick, this is the road we're gonna go to is eventually get me to get the transplant. Until then, he said, live your life, be mindful of what you're doing, don't overdo it, take your medicines, but eventually my body's going to start shutting down, and I'm going to be in the hospital because they're not going to when they get me to stage 2, they're not going to let me get out of the hospital. They're going to keep me there for a extended period of time until they give me those transplants. So that's what it is. Stefan know his duty. When I get in the hospital, come and cut my hair.
So as long as you don't call me your personal barber, we good.
No, I ain't gonna defame you that much. So, but my close friends, I'm gonna tell everybody what their role is in the sense, whether it be just to pray for me or check on me every now and then and bring me some food because hospital food is terrible.
Wait a minute, pray for you was an option that somebody could take? I'll take that one.
You gonna pray now?
Okay, that's true.
You gotta take things that you want to do.
Oh.
If you want to do something, you not saying you wouldn't. Well, you want to pray, but yeah, you gotta be. But actual table is something you want to do.
I guess you're right.
The fuck?
I mean, I thought we just picking and choosing.
So I didn't bring my 8 friends over here so y'all can just have play Uno.
Right. For job roles, that's all I'm saying. Make it fair.
You got a good point. I'd make it fair for everybody. So, but yeah, that's where we at. So, I'm gonna keep on doing the podcast, doing Fat Adventures. I hit the internet until I guess I can't do it no more. So, and just continue to live life, and every day I'm here is a blessing. So, and
Oh, that was so damn cliche.
it is though. My presence is a present, as Kanye said. So my presence is a present to you. It is, because I come around a lot.
I can't return that? Because that shit come with a receipt? Where you shop that from? Macy's?
20 years of friendship. Don't get no better. Don't get no better. So, but yeah. And I guess on a more positive note, anything going on with you? Anything new?
Not to my knowledge.
Oh, okay. Everything's so fantastic in your world?
Every day, all day.
That's good. So, well, let's get into this episode then and stop being sad about my health. But everything's good with me and we're on the right direction. So, hear he. Let's see what we're going to talk about today. It's going to be a music episode.
It's another hit list.
Yep. So, this question came to me from my friend Tiffany. And she was on Instagram one day talking about a coming of age album or artist that she really took to. Like we are in our 30s now, but most likely I guess like late teens, early 20s and things like that. So her artist was Kid Cudi. I'm not a big Kid Cudi fan.
Me neither.
I missed out on that whole wave. I like maybe 1-2 songs, but I didn't listen to the album. I didn't catch it.
I mean, but coming of age though, she's in our age group. Kid Cudi isn't that old.
No, but I mean, when she discovered them was when, I don't know, but I guess we was like mid-20s.
Yeah, I mean, if you coming of age and give me a 20s, you a late bloomer.
I don't think she's a late bloomer, but I guess that album, I had to ask her like what the album meant to her. She did say that, and I can't remember off the top of my head now what that meant to her. But I thought that'd be a good topic for us to kind of delve into with some of my musical taste.
Right.
So I'll go with my first pick was Reflection Eternal by Tyler Kweli and High Tech. And that came out, I think, 99 or 2000. Yeah. I think right around that time. And for me, it was a time period of when music was really popular with the Hot Boys and the Cash Money Millionaires. Like, they were taking over. No pun intended, but 99, 2000. But they were just everywhere. And I really couldn't pick up what they were laying down, because it was like so foreign to me. Like, I heard gangster rap before, but this is from the South, so it was like, what is this?
Right.
And I'm gonna tell this little story because it's funny and embarrassing. But for the longest time, I thought the lyrics to
Juvenile
was, "You a baby Jesus, you got your block on fire, you made it from nothing. Now you're something, you up how you hustle," whatever it was. But I thought he was saying you a baby Jesus.
Right. He said that to me. He said you a paper chaser. You a baby Jesus.
And when he said, "What's the lyric about you a paper chaser? You got your block on fire. You
Handle your business to the moment you aspire."
I thought it said you a baby Jesus. I thought that was some code above all that they were speaking in down in Louisiana.
Fucking baby Jesus.
So, but with Reflection Eternal and discovering Tyler Kweli, I was like, oh shit! Like they're saying something I can understand, and the punchlines, the metaphors, and then the things he was referencing, and maybe go back and research, because I never heard of Nina Simone until then, and maybe discover Mos Def, and then I've been a fan of him since. Like, and then High Tech put an album out. It was like, he's a producer, so he put out a whole compilation of different artists and everything that I think is, in my opinion, it's actually my personal favorite top 10 albums of all time. And to me, that was just like, because everything was just so down south at that point, and the Cash Money was everywhere. And then here was this on Rap City, they did this video. I'm like, well, who's this? And I went and got the album. It's a classic, still so to this day, and one of my favorites. And that propelled my musical taste into quote unquote backpack rap instead of jump into the gangster stuff.
Right.
So
my first coming of age album is a classic album, and it was during a time where because I was always into rap. I think the first time I really understood rap when I was in elementary school, and Ready to Die. Biggie Small, Notorious B.I.G., 1994, when that album dropped, and I think the first time I heard Gimme the Loot, I was like, oh, I want to do that shit.
You wanted to rap or rap?
Rap.
Oh, okay. Just making sure.
He said, I wanted to rap. It's like the way he rapped on every song on that album, I was like, I want to do that. Because I was already into rap and I was writing raps, but when I heard that Ready to Die album, I was like, I want to do that.
Okay.
That's a thing that I want to do. So yeah, and that had stuck with me for years and years and years. So that was definitely one of my coming of age albums.
Okay, yeah. Ready Die's a classic. We not gonna knock you on that. So my second one is Wale, More About Nothing the More About Nothing mixtape. So this was not a actual album. Well, it technically is, but they were dubbing certain albums as mixtapes. So the More About Nothing album was Wale. This is, I don't know, maybe a second or third mixtape, probably not really that, but it came out 2010. In 2010, around that time period, I can remember what was going on with me, because this album was something I was just bumping to the whole summer it came out. So around this time, I broke up with a girlfriend of mine at that point, and we broke up. I didn't have a car. My car got totaled, and so I was saving money up to get a new car. And so I was saving up. We was going through a lot, and then we was breaking up. And then I got my settlement check from the accident because it wasn't my fault, and I was injured. So with the money I saved up, I was able to, go ahead and put that as a down payment to my new car. And I pocketed the settlement money, put that in my savings, held on to that. But the whole summer I was bumping my new whip, this new Wale. And I wasn't I won't say for the first time, but I didn't have no girlfriend. I was just doing what I wanted to do. I was hanging out, I was partying, I was going out to clubs, lounges, going to DC, going to Philly. I was out here, in these streets, as kids say these days. What you do that for?
Just keep going.
So this was a coming of age of me letting go a lot of a bad relationship and then coming into my own and just kind of do what I wanted to do. So that album will always resonate with me because it's about, being on my own in a sense, not tied down to anybody, being fly, having fun, living in that moment at the time. So thank you, Wale, for that.
My second album is, again, that 1994 year was, I guess, a big year of self-discovery for me. Mm-hmm. So when it comes to wanting to be a rapper, and the second one was, I guess, the discovery of what I thought was how to express yourself in a sexual manner. TLC's Crazy Sexy Cool. Because Creep, Red Light District, I mean, that exude sex and what in my mind, what was sexy to me, and definitely shaped my view of what sexy is supposed to look at and what you're supposed to be when it comes to being sexy.
When your album come out?
1994.
How old are you?
I am 38.
So you was, how old then? Like 8? Huh?
I was 10.
10. You was a horny little boy.
hey, I'm not going to say that I wasn't. Said I will definitely admit to that. I definitely was.
Well, horny little fellow over there. That's a really good album, too. I didn't listen to that till years later, and I was like, I'm glad I didn't listen to that when I was younger, because I could understand how that kind of it could warp your mind to a certain extent.
I'm not going to say it warped my mind, but because I was 10, and I was definitely a bit hormonal. So the first time hearing Red Light District was like, oh.
Yeah, the video was more.
Right, yeah, goddamn eye opener.
Yeah. Because what the red light mean? That's what the red light mean.
Yeah, goddamn eye opener. So yeah, I definitely always hold Crazy Sexy Cool very dear.
Okay, good choice. All your albums from the 90s, or do you have something that...
Yeah, all of mine are from the 90s. Because, cool. That was my coming of age.
Okay. So, my last one is Kendrick Lamar, Good Kid, Mad City. That came out 2012. I was, 26? Yeah, 26. So, as I was going, I'm in my mid-20s at this point. For me, Good Kid, Mad City is up there in the top albums of 2010s.
Okay.
And it's a really good album, and I think I didn't discover Kendrick until Good Kid, Mad City. He has other works before that, but that's when I learned about him, and then I was like, oh shit, he's potentially my favorite new rapper right now. at that moment. And that album, and then like whatever he had going on, like before that I listened to was really good, but the album is like really to me like the pinnacle of him at that point. And to me, I probably get a lot of flack. There's a lot of Kendrick loyalists out there. Good Kid, Mad City is up here. Everything else is kind of it's not the same.
Right.
I miss this Kendrick so much, and I understand people evolve and change things like that. But I miss this particular Kendrick a lot. The sound, the ad libs, the storytelling. He's still a good storyteller, but I feel like people would say about him is like he's like a goat. I'm like he's probably gonna be, and when it's all said and done, he's gonna be in the conversation. But I don't think there's an album that has matched Good Kid, Mad City to that level, and the impact it had on me was just like because like the storytelling he was doing, what resonated with me so much is like, oh shit, I went through a lot of the same shit he did, growing up, even though Baltimore and Compton are two different places, but it was like similarities there, like just what me and him were doing around that same age.
Right.
So I was like, I really resonated with it. So that album is up there for me. Yeah, I don't think there's another Kendrick album that's come close to that. Like I listened to him, like the recent one that came out, I listened to it, but it ain't hit me like it was with that first one.
Right.
So those are my three.
My final one is the album that defined my teen years and really captured my personality during those years. It's Dark and Hell is Hot by DMX.
I thought you were going to say Eminem. I was going to say Eminem album, but go ahead.
No, DMX, because he was so raw and so aggressive, and that's how I felt when I was a teen.
Okay.
Just that Rough Riders anthem and everything that was on that album it's so raw and gritty, and that's what I was. Starting in high school, I was just this angry child, and DMX captured all of that for me.
Okay.
So yeah, that's why that is Dark. His debut album is Dark and Hell is Hot, because he was coming in with something that nobody was doing, just that aggressive and that rough. That shit. I was like, yeah, I understand you, DMX. I'm angry too.
Imagine you saw listen to Kenny Chestnut. You don't even person. Or some Garth Brooks.
I mean, I listened to all of those things.
But they ain't hit you like that.
Right,
DMX.
DMX hit me. It's like, yep, you get it. You get it. I'm angry. I want to bark at the world too.
Oh boy. So if someone play a song off that album, you probably just you go right into it.
Oh yeah.
Okay. That's what's up. Alright, so next part of this is, who is someone you like musically that you're embarrassed to say you like now? So you go first.
I mean, the thing about it is that I don't have anybody that I like now that I would be embarrassed to say that I like.
Okay.
Because I like who I like. Nothing brings me any embarrassment for that. I will say, no. You know, there is one song that I like. It's a terrible fucking song, but it's so fucking popular. Put it in your mouth. I love that fucking song.
Who did that again?
I think his name is like Aqua something. But, let me look it up real quick. Should have grabbed it. Yeah, I Can Yell It. Yeah, I Can Yell It something. That Put It in Your Mouth song. It's a fucking terrible song, but I always found it so catchy. Put it in your mouth, in your motherfucking mouth. This is such a fucking terrible song. Again, I'm not embarrassed that I like it, but I like it, and I understand. It's fucking terrible.
Right. I think for me, I would say Wiz Khalifa. I liked him for reasons I don't know.
I don't know either.
And I went to a concert of his. I'm not a weed person. I'm not. That's not my cup of tea. I'm not nobody who does it. But I understand why I was at that concert. Like, there's a handful of songs that I do like of his. But overall, I'm like, his first album, I'm like, his mistakes were decent. But the album came out, I was like, this is, it fell short for me. The concert was cool, and I'll say that the concert was cool because of the fact that it introduced me to Big Crit. And then I became a fan of his. I'm like, I ain't know nothing about him until he came out and performed before Wiz Khalifa did. And then I started like looking into his albums and stuff, his catalog. I'm like, oh, okay, he can really rap. He really saying something. He's a storyteller. So I got him because of Wiz, but like over the years, I be trying to give Wiz a chance, and after a while, I was like, all right, man, this is, I can't do it.
Yeah, I didn't like Wiz Khalifa from the jump. Nothing ever really struck me.
So I think, and then you got anybody else that you made or another song or so. I mean, well, that kind of leads into the third topic. So.
I mean, if you want to say, wax a million, pull the panties off on the dance floor.
Anybody on BET Uncut is we embarrassed to say we know some of your songs by heart. So, and what's another topic here? So, name 3 rappers that didn't live up to the hype. You want me to go first or you?
Oh, you go first.
Memphis Bleak. He as much as I love the rock and the rock era, if you look at the Rockefeller family, you had Jay at the top, Memphis was either his right, and Beans was probably his left hand man. But I don't think Memphis Bleak added anything extra or anything special to the Rockefeller, really. I mean, and then all of his best songs really were featured with either Beans or Jay. I don't think there's one standalone song. I could be wrong. That he has that's like moved the culture or says like, damn, he nice.
I mean, he did have that one song with Missy Elliott.
That was Jay's song, but that song wasn't good until Jay got on it.
I mean, Missy was. I loved it.
I love Missy part. I love Missy part. But I mean, dude, that song, you take that song alone, it's a good radio song. But when Jay put this verse on there, that went out of here. I don't think Memphis. I think he. I don't think he lived up to. I mean, I don't think it's not too many artists. I think you got a few, but in the Rockefeller camp, I think Beans is separate. I'm not saying he's next to Jay-Z, but it's Jay, Beans, and then you can figure 3 through 5 and the 6 and all that on your own. But it's like who else was going to be feeling that? Is Memphis even in that argument? Top 10, like
yeah.
So yeah, for me, one of them is Memphis Bleak. So
okay,
sorry.
It's funny that you mentioned somebody from a camp because one of my ones from a camp was Drag On from Rough Riders. Did not live up to the hype.
Oh,
he had like 3 good songs, and then that was it. Like Opposite of H2O, Bust Your Guns.
Yeah.
And,
what was that song him and Juvenile was on?
That's Bust Your Guns.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, he had like 2 or 3 good songs, and it's just never. It started never really rise.
Yeah, I agree with you there because he could rap his ass off.
Oh yeah, all day, every day. Just did not live up to that hype.
Yeah, I agree with. I will agree with that. So my other pick is Meek Mill, and he can rap. He has some. Out of a handful of songs he has, his best song is Dreams and Nightmares. I saw him perform, and when that song comes on, that energy, oh my God, it's through the roof.
Oh yeah, I mean he has a lot of energy from his debut song.
Yeah, he was just yelling at niggas.
Right.
So when you had plus I was in the club during the era where Tupac back and I'm a Boss. When those songs when the I'm a Boss came on, man, that shit, the club went crazy for that. Club was crazy when that song came on. So, but I feel like after that, like his albums weren't. They just weren't. It was just like fillers. Maybe some songs stood out, but like I don't think he doesn't have a classic album to me.
Right. Yeah.
His last album he put out, or the one before that, in like 2019 or 2018, that was good at the time. When I went back and listened to it not too long ago, I was like, I can skip over a lot of these. So, but yeah, he doesn't have a classic album. He had like some decent songs on like different mixtapes here and there, but I don't think he's lived up to his hype either. And it doesn't help that he lost a rap battle with Drake. So
yeah, that definitely wouldn't help.
Yeah, so sorry, Meek.
My next person is someone I guess a lot of people had high hopes for because he came out with a hard ass song. Craig Mack did not live up to the hype. He came out with Brand New Flavor. That was the song of a fucking summer. And then they had the remix on there where Everybody Versus was hard. He had the power of fucking P. Diddy behind him, and he nothing. Just couldn't go nowhere. Right.
That definitely is a disappointing not person who did not live up to it.
Yeah.
Because like you said, Flavor Ed was out there. It was such a hit.
Kick in the fucking door. Here comes the brand new flavor in your head. That was the shit. And just whoop, nothing happened after that.
So whose fault is that? Is that Diddy, or is that more or is like on Craig Mack for not telling himself?
Yeah, I mean, I would say that's definitely on part of both of them. One, P. Diddy, he does as much as he can, but in certain artists, he really didn't promote them too much.
Okay.
And Craig Mack just never had another song that came out that hit as hard as Flavor in Your Ear. So he just kind of dwindled into nothingness.
Yeah, R.I.P. Craig Mack. Shit, you said for Craig Mack, you said for Black Rob, and you said that for G-Dep.
Yep.
Because they had the hood on fire.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know what happened with G-Dep.
The fire fizzled.
I think Black Rob went to jail.
Yeah.
I think both of them might went to jail at one point. But, yeah, they all had hits. And you can stand whoa.
I really could. All right, come on, let's go.
All right, my last one is Cassidy.
You are absolutely right.
And from the notoriety he got from that rap battle with him in Freeway.
Where he burned the fuck out of Freeway.
Oh, did he? He was like, he solidified himself as like that battle rapper.
Yeah.
But he couldn't make a single to save his ass. And Hotel is trash. I'm
about to say, you ain't like Hotel? No one should like Hotel.
Hotel is terrible. Not because the fact that R. Kelly was in there with a fucking mask on, telling you that he's the Pied Piper. No. It's just the fact that's a trashy ass song, but we know no better.
Yeah.
But and then when I got the album, I was expecting him to have like some really hard cuts, him like really like rapping. It was a bunch of single shit. They were trying to like make. He's trying to make a radio song, and it's like then that stigma come into place of can a battle rapper make a actual decent song, and it's like just two sides to a coin. It's like yay and nay. So. But yeah, he was such a letdown. I'm like, even when he brought the second album out, I was like, it was better than the first one. But it was like, then he got legal trouble, so he was in jail for a while. But he didn't live up to the hype.
Said in my final one is a classic didn't live up to the hype, but it gets a lot of notoriety nowadays. Biz Markie.
The Vapors?
He got like 2 good songs.
You got what I need in the Vapors. You right?
Yeah. See, I mean, when people talk about him now, it's like, yeah, he's just a legend in the rap game, but not really. He really didn't live up to the hype.
He's just a rapper, right? He didn't do nothing like producing.
Man, he didn't rapping and beatboxing.
Okay.
Like I said, I love him to death, but did not live up to the hype.
Oh well, agree to disagree. I see what you're saying. I'm just saying for everybody else out there. So. All right, and then lastly, we got who's some new artists that you would put me on. So I got 3 here that I would introduce you to. One is called Dead Silas. I recently discovered him off of Twitter, and I've been listening to the album for the past week. He's from Mississippi, and he can rap. He does a little singing as well, and the album I listened to. Okay, it's called Giving Self Love, and so he talks about self love on the album. He also talks about his father passing away, and that self-love reflection. And he talks about when he raps, he talks rapping about stuff we can understand. It's not in that gibberish mumble rap or that I'm high on something, I'm just rapping and rapping. He on the beat. Yes, he can carry a tune. I think you would enjoy his raps.
Yeah, me, I got nothing. Because I haven't listened to any new, as far as rap goes, no new rap artists. The new artists that I have listened to are from genres you don't actually listen to.
How you know that?
You listen to EDM?
Who?
Exactly.
No, I'm not too familiar with
it. So you don't listen to house and EDM, and those are some new artists I found in those segments that are very good. I mean, if you want to break it down like that, sure. It's in the same vein as Daft Punk type situation.
Okay.
So yeah, those genres of music you don't really listen to, so I got nobody to recommend.
Well, okay then. So let me go with my list then. So Dead Silas. Another rapper I got is La Russell. He's a rapper, independent artist out of Vallejo, California. So he's built up. I like about him is that he put on albums out like left and right, but he can rap, and he puts a lot of what he does on social media. So right now what he's like doing concerts from his backyard of his personal home. So he's like telling people like, hey, come on out. First, like so many people, you get a free concert pretty much. Or I don't know how he's getting money off of it per se, but like it's an experience.
Right.
He's performing live. He put on the show, and he's selling merch. He's doing concerts, and then he breaks it down to how like with him being independent, that he's making sure that everybody in his crew is eating. Like they getting paid good for the services, like the engineer, to the merch person, to his mom and dad. Like everybody got a part in what he's doing, and he's showing you like this is how you come up with your niggas. You make sure everybody get a job. You provide them a job, but then everybody come up with you. So he's just showing you step by step everything he's doing in the process of being a rap artist.
He's turning to MC Hammer.
Well, he's not putting the whole hood on, but he's showing you like from the beginning to the end of what he's doing and how trying to get into the Bitcoin. And we not into that, but he's just showing you different things how to get money and put people on things like that. So I like what he's presenting, how he's presenting it, and it's just fun to watch. And then listen to his music, like okay, he actually is good. So I would say give him a take. The last person I got is a female rapper. Her name is Neelam. She's a Muslim rapper. But she got bars for days. I think lyrically, you'll be very impressed with her. She not dumb that shit down. She come with the bars, and she's speaking from a perspective of being a Muslim woman as well. And it's not sexualized at all. It's not too much in your face like this. Like I'm a Muslim and this is who I am. But she's like you look at videos and you look at hear what she's saying. It's like it's powerful. So she's really really dope, and she's a lyricist that I would watch out for because she was on the BET Cypher, like doing one of their award shows, and she killed her round.
Okay.
So yeah, she's someone I would like next couple of years. Well, I don't know if she would fit in the mainstream because how mainstream is with Muslims, but she got bars.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know a Muslim rock group that I listen to, all female rock group, which is very fucking good. So
Okay.
I said I will make sure that I put those names in the comments so people can check them out.
Right. So I hope you check them out too. That would be
Obviously, I do listen to these people. Half the time I don't like them, but
I ain't giving nobody whack.
I don't know that yet.
These people they have substance. They do have substance.
I will find out when I listen.
I ain't taking this little baby
I will find out when I listen.
and gonna wanna
Who?
free YSL. I'm to that because I want nobody to know I'm gang affiliated.
Cause you're not.
So, anything else we got going on?
I think that was it.
All right. Well, as always, like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Said that's the podcast. And as always, you can check us out on YouTube, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, SoundCloud.
So, peace out.
Peace.